China is building AI-powered cities. America still debating if AI is ethical. While US lawmakers argue over regulations, China is rolling out surveillance drones, smart infrastructure, and brain-like chips at scale. One nation is deploying AI like it's an arms race. The other is tangled in red tape and policy debates. So here is the real question. Is the United States falling behind in the most important technological war of the 21st century? Because the battle for AI supremacy is not just about code. It is about control. It is about values, and it's about power. Today, we break down how China AI strategy is reshaping the global order, and whether the US can hold on to its lead. Chapter 1. China Master Plan. This is not Silicon Valley. It's something bigger. Forget startup pitches and venture capital. China is not waiting around for tech unicorns. It is engineering the future of AI through brute force and centralized planning. In 2017, Beijing unveiled a bold goal: become the world AI superpower by 2030. Not just a dream, a national mission. Billions in funding, mandates to every province, detailed roadmaps. What happened next was unprecedented. AI parks the size of cities now, the Chinese map. In places like Shenzhen and Hangzhou, you'll find government-funded R&D labs, AI-specialized universities, infrastructure for startups, full integration into housing, security, and healthcare systems. This is not accidental growth. It's a state-run strategy with a 20-year vision. China's biggest AI companies, Huawei, Baidu, Sensitimar, not chasing quarterly profits. They are executing top-down orders that align with political goals. Where the West sees startups, China sees civilization-building tools. AI is not an industry. It is the next utility. And while the US is just now forming its national AI task force, China has already built the city, installed the tools, and deployed them to the population. The West innovates. China implements at scale. But what does that scale look like in real life? Let's take a walk through a day in China's AI-powered society. Chapter 2. Real AI in daily life in China. AI is not an experiment, it's a lifestyle. Most Americans think of AI as ChatGPT, Siri, or Midjourney. In China, it's already everywhere. In cities like Hangzhou and Guangzhou, AI powers smart traffic systems that adjust in real time. Cameras read license plates, detect jaywalking, and find violators automatically, all without human oversight. But that is just the surface. Walk through a train station in Beijing. You will see facial recognition gates tied to national ID databases, cameras that track movement, and public displays showing social credit scores. In rural China, AI drones monitor crops, water levels, and pest activity, turning agriculture into a real-time optimization game. In hospitals, AI-powered diagnostics help doctors detect cancers faster than human eyes can. And in schools, students wear headbands tracking brain activity while AI tutors provide personalized lessons. Every interaction, every transaction, every movement, captured, analyzed, optimized. And it's not just about convenience or efficiency. It's about control. With fewer privacy restrictions, Chinese AI models are trained on massive real-world datasets. They improve faster, make better predictions, and deploy more confidently. This is not theoretical. It's not startup hype. It is a nationwide infrastructure shift happening right now. While the US talks about regulating AI in schools, China has already trained a generation of students using it. In short, China's AI is not in beta. It's in the bloodstream of society. Chapter 3. The US Advantage. The US has the best AI minds, but can't get out of its own way. There is no doubt the US leads in cutting-edge AI innovation. OpenAI, Google, DeepMind, and Anthropic. These companies have built the most advanced large language models the world has ever seen. NVIDIA's H100 chips are the engine behind nearly every GPT-like models. OpenAI GPT-4o is the most advanced multimodal model in the world. Google, Gemini, and Anthropic Claude are global game changers. Microsoft and AWS dominate cloud-based AI platforms. It is the magic of open markets and intellectual freedom. But with freedom comes friction. Washington lawmakers barely understand AI, yet they are writing the rules. Ethics boards delay product rollout. Lawsuits about AI bias clog courts. Export bans isolate U.S. hardware from foreign markets. And the big one, there is no national AI strategy. China moves as one. The U.S. moves in pieces. U.S. companies are still building the world's smartest tools, but struggling to scale them beyond the lab. China may not have GPT-5 yet, but it has the infrastructure, population, and government will to dominate on home soil. So while America still wins the race in model performance, China AI might win the world in sheer numbers. But don't take our word for it. Let's see how the rest of the planet is reacting. Chapter 4, Global Reactions. And realignment, the world isn't waiting. It is already picking sides. The AI race has gone global, and countries are quietly choosing alliances. Europe is focused on AI ethics, rolling out strict laws under the EU AI Act. But regulation means slow progress. India is walking a tightrope, friendly with the EU, but buying cheap Chinese tech for smart cities. The Middle East, they are going all-in with Chinese surveillance platforms built by Huawei and SenseTime, Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Africa. They don't care who wins the model race. They just want affordable, reliable tech. And China is selling fast with no strings attached, no lengthy regulations. Just plug-and-play authoritarian infrastructure, China is exporting. Cloud servers, language models, surveillance grids, funding to install it, all it is, AI as soft power, and it is spreading. The US, meanwhile, is caught up in OpenAI drama and antitrust cases. It is distracted, while China is building the roads, rails, and routers of the future. This is not just a tech war. It is a global rebalancing of influence. And there is one area where that influence becomes truly dangerous: military AI. Let's go there next. Chapter 5. Military AI. The silent arms race. The next world war won't start with a missile. It will start with an algorithm. You won't see this on the news, but the real AI war is happening in the shadows, in bunkers, cyber units, and classified war rooms. And China is gearing up. Military AI is not about chatbots. It's about battlefield dominance. China is developing AI-guided missiles, swarm drones that fly in formation without human pilots, real-time surveillance grids for battlefield decisions, predictive modeling for enemy troop movements. They are turning AI into a weapon system. Fast, silent, and ruthlessly efficient. And here's the kicker. These systems don't ask for ethical approval. They are dual use, meaning the same AI built for city traffic or farming can be adapted overnight for war. Meanwhile, in the US, the Department of Defense is working with Palantir, Lockheed, and DARPA. The tech is cutting edge, but the process, slow bureaucracy, procurement delays, political backlash. Some American lawmakers are terrified of autonomous weapons. China, they are building them now. And if that does not shake you, ask yourself this: who decides faster in a crisis? The country with a 5-step approval chain, or the one with centralized AI decision systems trained for speed? This is the real collision course. Because when AI meets warfare, whoever makes the first move often wins. And both nations know it. But China is not stopping at weapons. They are building a vision for total dominance. So let's fast forward to 2030. Chapter 6, 2030. Power Map. Who wins? By 2030, you won't ask if AI is American or Chinese, you will just be living in its world. Fast forward to 2030, who controls the world's AI future? If trends continue, we will live in a two-system AI world. The US, leading in innovation, open models and global software. China, dominating infrastructure, surveillance, and AI deployment at scale. The US will still have the most powerful models. GPT-6, Gemini Ultra, Claude X, NVIDIA will likely still make the best chips, and American startups will continue pushing boundaries. But China will control local deployments, national infrastructure, AI tuned to Mandarin, Chinese culture, and government frameworks. More importantly, China won't be playing by our rules. They don't need Western benchmarks or approval. And as the global South adopts cheap Chinese AI, China becomes not just a user, but the provider of digital intelligence to half the planet. This is not about who is smartest. It's about who is fastest to scale, who is boldest to act, who is willing to merge AI with governance, military, education, and control. The US still holds the crown, but the throne is shaking. Because this is more than a tech race. It's the beginning of a new Cold War, fought in code, semiconductors, surveillance, and silicon. The real question now is not who builds the best model, it's who controls the minds of the machines. China is building a future on its terms. And if the US does not move fast, that future might spread far beyond Beijing. So, what do you think? Will American innovation keep its edge? Or is China already redefining the AI world order? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if this gave you a new perspective. And subscribe. We are breaking down the biggest shifts in money, tech, and global power. Every single week, stay smart, stay ahead.